I hear you. Like I hear you, bro. I'm just saying, like,
Hey, you're right. Hey, I was on time. I was early actually.
you are on time
I was
actually.
early. Yeah.
I was, but Amanda's been having a rough day, so Damn, is she flipping us off while she's making her bed? I've never seen anybody do that
Wow.
shit, bro.
How do you angrily make
God
your bed like that? That's
damn.
crazy.
How you angry making a bed?
You were that kid.
Holy shit. Oh.
I was forced tardy. I don't like it.
What do you mean you were
Okay, no,
forced party?
the real reason is I tried to get back into my 5:30 a.m. workouts this week. So I was really tired after work today, so I took a nap after work. And if I take a nap after work, I get real grumpy. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm just really grumpy because I took a nap.
You need to do the astronaut nap. That's what's been helping me.
What's the
No, that's impossible. I try to do that. I've tried so many times.
So
you take like a 15-minute nap with your feet up in the air. Don't look at my feet, Val. But with your feet up in the air.
Hey, hold on. Let me.
My eyes got yo.
He said, "Do it again. Do it again."
No, I forgot for a second.
I need help. Seek help,
but it's a quick 15-20 minute nap, and you have to put your feet up, like up in the air, so that the blood circulation stays in your torso and like head area. And it's supposed to make you feel like after a 15-minute nap, you've slept for 3 hours. But I've tried that so many times, and every single time I wake up.
It depends what you're like.
You're supposed to leave your feet up.
Like I lay on the floor and I put like my feet on the bed, and then I just like put a pillow under my thing, and I just put a blanket on top, and then set time for like 20 minutes. So it's gonna take me like 5 minutes to kind of get asleep, and that 20 minutes comes off, and then like I feel bad. But also like I thrive on like short naps though.
Yeah, I don't. See, I'm a woman, first of all, so it takes me 30 minutes to fall asleep. And then so that's why those naps don't work. And also, every time I've tried, I snooze the alarm in my sleep, and then I wake up 3.5 hours later.
Damn. And you somehow you do 5:30 workouts, but you still snooze. That's crazy.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me either.
Yeah,
I'm worried about y'all. I really am. But I mean,
at least we don't have a obsession with feet, so I'm not.
Hey, Val, what if we had a guy like anime, like who has the best anime feet? Like, what if that was like a?
I'm not doing that. That's borderline weird. I mean, that's extreme. I feel like there's a. I want to officially say
let's see.
Demographic at all. That's a little bit weird. But
I've seen where your line was.
And I don't have an obsession with feet, so I just want to address that as well too. I just notice good feet from bad feet, and I talk about them. I don't have an obsession. I'm not over here Googling people's feet. Like that's not my thing.
How do we know that?
No, it's cool.
Bad feet.
Yeah.
Say that again, bro.
Man, that man has a science, and he doesn't say. He said the arch, and he's broken it down where I don't think. All right, I'll say I don't think there's a girl in our friend group that he hasn't rated, but in his head or.
This is what we're doing. We're attacking somebody for what they not even enjoyed. There's not a hobby or anything. It's just like a little quirk, if you want to call it that. Yeah,
everybody's got a kink. It's okay.
It's not a kink either. It's really nothing.
Was it like when Cinderella like put the shoe on and you like held in? Was that like the start? Like the
honestly, a lot of people don't realize this, but that whole story is really about a guy liking feet.
No,
that's really
honestly,
think about it. Think about it. It's not about fucking saving the girl and this midnight bullshit.
That man really went through every foot in the village.
He called everybody in his damn village.
He's seen more feet than anyone in that whole.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy.
The more you know, bro. The more you know, bro. Like it's very fascinating. It's a fascinating fucking world. I'll tell you that.
You know what's really crazy about that is he went through an entire village of women.
That's what I'm saying.
And you're telling me that not one of them had the same size foot as Cinderella? Not one. I mean, I feel like she was giving off 8.5 vibes, and that's a pretty average foot size.
That's the average one. It's not like she was a petite. She was not. She was not short.
Somebody else's.
That's an average foot size.
Like maybe the width might be a little bit like. There's no way.
Oh no!
I don't know.
Oh man, let's get it jumping. Ursa, you ready?
Let's get it.
Amanda, you ready?
Hold on, I need to.
If I was my audio sound good with
this video one more time because I forgot how to say my dude's name.
Oh, she is.
Okay, I'm gonna mute myself.
I'm gonna mute myself. PTSD. Ursi, short story. Krishan, your audio is good. Ursi, short story. TikTok. We posted a video on TikTok. And somebody was dogging on Amanda for not being able to say Irwin. Apparently, like the real way or the correct way to say it is Irvin. You're supposed to put a V in there somehow.
Yeah, it's German, right? Isn't it German?
It technically is German, yeah. So
yeah, but I'm not over here
talking her.
They're like, oh, loves Irwin, but can't even say his name right. And I'm like, I'm white and I'm from America. I'm not gonna say Irvin. I love Irvin. Hey guys, did you watch the episode with Irvin? The fuck? Sorry.
I agree.
Hey man.
These bitches.
They were on her bad.
Hey, but you know what? They had like 10 followers, so I'm not that mad. But the one person that said dub woman, Irwin is GOAT, he had like 15K. So
wait,
how gotta take the wins with the losses.
I need to get in that motherfucking profile, hype him up.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, be follow for follow, head ass.
Like
my work.
like.
Her one.
Yeah.
But everyone's audio is good. Krishan, you said your audio is talking in. I think you're good, bro.
No, I'm saying like this is so much better than having what was I using last time? My Xbox headphones, but
yeah, bro. Throw away that shit, bro. You on PC game now.
The only thing is it's wired. Like I just don't know.
Yeah, bro. Upgrade to wireless, bro. I've had this Astro 10 for a while, bro. If I ever upgrade, bro, I'm gonna just give you this.
The Steel series are what people always talk about. That's why I was like, wanted to do it.
Yeah.
It's all good.
But yeah. Am I tripping? We're good, right?
Well, yeah, we good.
We good.
Start the countdown. We good.
Let's get that bit. Let's get that bit. Let's get that bit. Man, welcome to this island, man. You know, it's about to be a goodie, but welcome back to Anime of 3. My name is Valentine, and I am with my co-host Amanda, and also my other co-host Krishan. He goes by Crew, and I always like to tease Amanda by I call her Panda. We are joined with a great guest right now. His name is Ursi. Ursi, go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us what is your favorite anime and why is it your favorite anime?
All right. What's up, guys? My name's Ursi. My favorite anime is Naruto.
Hey, you got that dog.
Safe choice.
Yeah, definitely a safe choice. But that was my first anime that I like truly like waited for. You know, I remember like back in the days, like on Adult Swim or Toonami, every Saturday to come on. So it was just like, and yeah, it just impacted me to where I kept up with the show from like 8 years old. Now I'm 24 and I still keep up with it, except for Boruto. But
don't sleep on it and don't attack it, please. Do not ridicule it.
Someone had to
do not ridicule it. Do not ridicule it. It is. Yeah, he's kind of good right now, but I mean that's a different episode. But no, that's a great. Okay, I always knew that you were a Naruto head. I know we always talk about who's our favorite character. We always talk about. I think we always circle back to Obito for some reason, but
yes,
that's a solid. Yeah, bro, he's a character with depth.
They took their time on that, man.
They took
time
with that, man. But this episode is gonna be back on Avatar: The Last Airbender. If you do not know what that show is about, it's a series centered around Aang. He's the last airbender, last survivor of his air nomads, and then he traps himself for 100 years. Katara and Sokka, they find him later, and blah blah blah. And Toph comes on. I'm saying blah blah blah. It's a great fucking story. Listen, but you can also watch this on Netflix if you are wanting to catch up on the series. It's on Netflix. Also, The Legend of Korra is on there too because I am rewatching that as well too.
Same.
But yeah, bro, it's so fucking good. The topic for today is: who do you consider the best villain in the world of Avatar: The Last Airbender? So I will go ahead and pick on Krishan because I kind of know where Amanda might go with this one, with her wanting to kind of do her research and yada yada. But I'm kind of curious of what Krishan. I want to know what Krishan wants to say about his favorite villain from the series. So go ahead, the floor is yours, brother.
That's a good one. I've been thinking about this one. One's like it almost feels like arcs in a way. Like instead of villains, it's like how I kind of had that like arc where there was like the Phantom Troop and like that. Like, what was the was there a main villain whenever it stole Appa and like the Sand People and like that whole arc? What was?
So they weren't technically bad people. They were just trying to make money. I mean, the Fire Nation has conquered, 80% of this world and everything. So like everything is kind of thrown into chaos, but there wasn't really any villains in that.
Yeah.
So, but
let's say, I'm between two.
We can come back to you.
Yeah, come back to me because I'm between two. I want to make like a good argument for why.
I'll go ahead.
You go.
I'll go ahead. The best villain that nobody really want to talk about, goodness, I can't even talk because I'm very excited about this. Is Combustion Man, a great fucking name by Sokka, by the way. Great fucking name. He coined that shit, and everybody has been calling that motherfucker that. Yes. Why is he the best? One, this motherfucker, nobody trained him for this. Like, I want you guys to know his history. His history was he realized that he can be able to bend, I'm gonna say combustion, but bend fire through his fucking forehead or his thoughts, right? And he was doing that as a little kid, and when he did it, he actually blew up his I think it's his right limb or one of his limbs and one of his legs as well. So that's why he has a metal arm and a metal leg as well too. So that's his backstory. Nobody really trained him for this shit. And then after that, he wound up with the Fire Nation becoming a mercenary, yada yada yada, paid for hire. Bro, this man was paid by goodness, I'm forgetting his name. Zuko. He was paid by Zuko to go hunt the Avatar because Avatar was still alive after Zulu thought he killed Avatar. Blah blah blah. Go watch the fucking series, great series. But why I bring that point up is that even after when Zuko told this man, hey, bro, like he's trying to call it off, like this man was beaten twice by Team Avatar. Team Avatar. Not beaten, but they ran away, but escape.
Yeah.
This man, Zuko, was like, hey, bro, like I'm trying to be on their side right now. I changed a new leaf. I'm Team Good. I don't want to be on Team Avatar. You need to cut this off. My man said, nah, bro, they're disrespecting me too much. One, they blew a fucking rock in my fucking forehead and fucked my whole chi up because that's how that fucking works. Two, they fucking kids. I'm a grown man. If you seen it, this man is a grown man losing the kids, bro.
Yeah.
So, and he was just like, hey, get the fuck out of my way. Zuko was like, hey, I'll pay you double not to kill him. Like, he was just doing this man, like, bro, like, I wish we got more story with this character because, like, this man he was just fucking knocking them, bro. Like, it was 5v1. He was just like going out of control, like, and bro, like the combustion thing. I know I'm fucking like, I just got to talk about this man, bro. the combustion bending, like that I think that shit is OP. That shit can like destroy a whole fucking mountain. Like nobody really want to talk about that. It's more deadly than firebending because when you firebend, like you know how fire kind of dissipates, like the further it reaches. You know what I mean? So the more that the fire goes away from the bender, it's not as strong. And in combustion, man, like or the combustion bending, it's more accurate. It stops when the fucking bender wants it to stop. Yeah. So I mean, I think he's deadly. If we got more, he would have killed some more motherfuckers. Because
that man was.
He was the truth to me. He was the truth. He had nobody. He when people say, "Hey, everybody answers to somebody," that motherfucker don't answer to nobody.
That man was a lone wolf for sure. Though. He was.
He don't answer to nobody. That's my vote. That's my vote. Ain't nobody gonna change. Nobody gonna change that. That's me. That's me.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna say my own because I was thinking like, is it basic and stuff? But Azula, like, I remember the first time I saw that lightning, it was just like that's a game changer. It was like how I first saw like the blood bending, like. You know, like even though she's not considered a villain, like that's like another character. I was like
she's definitely considered a villain.
Yeah. 100%. Okay. Perfect. That one was like I thought that was like a very unique thing. Like I'm not like saying like a villain like that level, but like you know that's like a small one. I would say is like kind of an honorable mention for me. But Azula, like just that lightning, and then she even like broke like look back at like we had that debate anime versus anime, but like. Just like that rule of while someone's in their state or like transforming, that man was in Avatar state, and she said, "Just put the lightning bolt through him."
She was bloodthirsty.
I remember I was watching that first time, like I was like, "There's no way!" Like you saw the lightning, like it was like he.
Yeah, I think you guys just got through, but yeah, bro, like
I think she is fire, and like the games. One podcast we were talking about like how the entertainment for her, she's like, this is boring, like those something like she's just like
she's the only villain in the entire show because we see a couple of them. She's the only villain in the entire show that actually enjoys like hurting people, right? You can see it based on like everything she says, everything she does. Like you just mentioned, I'm bored, this isn't fun, let's light it on fire. That would be funny. Like shit like that. She's the only one that consistently, time and time again, just enjoys fucking with people.
Literally.
Yeah.
She like manipulated all of her brother and stuff. Like it's like she had some depth. Like and then just that story of just him escaping manipulation and stuff and just all that. So it was and that fight. I remember that was one of the first things I went back on YouTube was watching that fight. Like just seeing like the blue flames and then like the red, like it was just like it was like martial arts, but like they made it poetry. Like with that one
was beautiful.
I remember that. So
I watched a video. I think it was just a couple days ago, and it popped up, and it was like watching the Zuko Azula fight as a kid, and you're like excited and cheering and go Zuko. And then watching it as an adult, and it's just like depression because now that you're old enough and you finally understand Azula's character, fucking insane.
And that's why
I have so much to say about her. She was up there for me.
That's why I really don't consider her a villain, but I understand. Like
that's what I was saying.
I feel like her childhood was just really fucked. Like she was just a very spoiled, prestigious, brat, really. And then you were hinting at Hama. Hama is her name, the bloodbender. I didn't see her as a villain as well too, because again, she's just I don't consider yourself a villain if you're a product of your environment and you're just seeking revenge. That's just a person seeking revenge. A villain is like, I don't know. We could define that later, but I don't know. I don't want to, but no, those are great. Those are great answers.
Yeah.
Those are great answers.
Because I also liked how she was just consistent in it. Like, like they had like a lot, she had like a lot of battles, like a lot, she was like a threat the whole way. Like, it was like, Lord Ozai, like Ozai is like, it was like a threat. You can tell it was like he was there, but just her being there throughout the season and stuff, it was like, oh, here she comes again. Like you're just like you get a little stressed, like, and it's throughout.
Her moral compass was fucked. It was always pointing south. I'll tell you that. But no, that's a solid choice. That's a solid choice. But I'll go to our guest. I'm gonna save Amanda's because I feel like She about to do some shit. But Ursi, who do you consider the best villain in the world of Avatar?
So just Avatar, not Korra, right?
The whole world. So that would include Korra, that would include the graphic novels, all of it.
All right. So my favorite before he was pussified would probably be Zuko.
Bro, you consider Zuko a villain?
Yeah, like right before he moved to Ba Sing Se, he was like a menace. He was just trying to capture the Avatar. Like that's a villain to me. And then he went to a tea shop in Ba Sing Se, and
but that's his Uncle Iroh trying to put him on game, though.
Right.
But still, like overall, dude, Zahir was just a total badass. Like his girlfriend died, and he was like, "All right, that was the last thing holding me back," and he just magically learned how to fly. Like that to me was just so epic, and probably Zahir would probably be my number one. Azula too, though. Like she scared the shit out of me when I was a kid.
Yeah, that what did they call it? The harmonic convergence, and then all those airbenders came through and all that shit. But no, when Zahir fucking learned how to airbend, hey, it was game over.
Oh,
it was a threat without bending. I was like, hey, bro.
Who would you consider as a better airbender, Zahir or Aang?
Zahir. I don't know.
Listen. That's a hard question. He's the only airbender that we have seen visually that, like Ursi just said, that knew how to fly without doing bending the air. Stuff. He knew, like, that man just levitated. That man just levitated. He was an airbender for what, a month?
Yeah.
So that's why I was thinking Zahir, because I mean, how long did it take Aang to master air? I mean, he was what, 7 or 8 years old. It took him a couple. It's still very effective. He did it in a couple years, but this man did it in like a month.
Mm-hmm.
That's impressive.
That's natural, yeah.
I don't know if it's a month. I'm just throwing it out there.
Talent.
I don't know.
But it was less than
a couple of years.
Yeah. Zahir got to be the best airbender. That man is. I will never forget that man walked into the Earth Nation or whatever, and it was their queen. It was like, "Hey, I ain't fooling around with you." She was like, "All right, you fooling around? Just get the fuck out of my damn kingdom." And said, "All right, I'm gonna suck your air, wrap it around your hair, and just suffocate you." I was like, "Bro,
that was savage." Yeah. That's savage.
Oh my god!
He made airbending a threat, like off the rip.
Yeah.
But I really like that they made him a villain and gave him airbending, because you know what? Aang is great, but fucking pacifist, man. I wanted to see.
What you gotta give pacifist?
I wanted to see how dangerous an airbender could be.
I did.
Here, I got to see it. Like,
Aang
would have never wrapped someone's hair around them and suffocated them. What?
Doesn't it make sense?
That's what I want to see.
But it makes sense for them to be pacifists, though.
No, but like, I know what Amanda's saying is like, you see these things and like they're fighting villains, but it's like in the wrong hands. How could it be? That's why I was like, So
in Amanda's hands, if she was an airbender, it's okay for her to kill people. That's what y'all saying.
No, it's not.
Yes. That's exactly what I'm saying.
If waterbending was in my hands, I'll be moving blood all the time. I've been puppets.
Bro, y'all sound like, first of all, we don't condone any violence of what forms are fashion, first of all. But Amanda's giving that look. Amanda got some
Speak for yourself.
Seek help. But I mean, I understand. Like, so what y'all are saying pretty much is like, you want to see any form of bending. Y'all want to see the peak of it, pretty much. Y'all want to see
it's like Harry Potter. You like the dark art sometimes? Like,
I hate the dark art, so I don't fuck with that Slytherin shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but like, think about every other element. We got to see what good people could do with it, and we got to see what bad people could do with it.
This is true.
Airbending all the way through, or up until Korra, airbending was the only one where we got to see pacifist Aang. But so that was exciting to get to see the other side. That was the last piece of the puzzle that I cared to see about the elements.
Literally, they don't have to be like all the way to one side for you to see that. Like, it can just be like you're kind of pushed to a way where like I have to dabble in this just to defeat this person that's this villain because they're so bad. Like when Core did the bloodbending or whenever they did that with the air, it's like that. So it's one of those things. Even oh my god, I'm blanking out, but steel bending,
metal bending, yeah.
And it's like for her to get to that point, she had to, like it helps you evolve. If you're a pacifist underway, like you're gonna be just not being able to evolve and like understand that other side. But
so I'm curious what y'all think, because we've seen, Earth, they have metal bending, sand bending, and lava bending with water, ice, and blood, with fire, lightning, blue fire. What is like another evolution to air bending, or what is something like y'all would be excited?
That's a great question. I want to say, and this might be a stretch, airbending is the closest to water, right? In my opinion. I feel like airbenders should be able to create a storm. And in that storm, they should be able to create lightning. And somehow, I don't know how that's going to work. I'm not sure. But that's the only thing that comes to mind.
Why not I was thinking like a tornado, like even that it seems simple, but like if you get sucked up into a tornado like that goes so far up, like how far up can they make it like skinny and then you just fall? Like fire can maybe try to catch your fall. I don't know. I thought or just sucking the air out of somebody.
Maybe the show already answered that for us. Maybe it's the levitation. Maybe that's the next step for airbenders. Maybe.
So I'm thinking about, do y'all remember the swamp episodes when we saw the men that were bending vines and we thought that they were earthbenders, but they were waterbenders controlling the water in the vines. So that makes me think realistically, I mean, it might be kind of a stretch, but anything that has air in it, right? So I guess, I mean, in that context, they took it down to like a molecular level, the vines or the water in the vines. So everything has oxygen in it or air or like space to be manipulated between the cells. So if you take it that far, there's really nothing off limits.
I was saying like that's what the blood was like, the water in the blood. Like they took it to that level.
You could control the oxygen in someone's blood because blood bending is them manipulating like the water and the iron molecules.
Can you make
and just like you have iron and water molecules in your blood, you also have oxygen. So I mean, you kind of have no limitations. That's crazy. I'm just realizing
can you make someone's lungs explode?
Oh my god!
You can make
I thought I wanted to be a firebender. I think I want to be an airbender.
Man, if I could just like collapse your lungs, like just like a balloon,
y'all
expand them. Like just fill somebody with air, just like like that would mess them up.
Explode your fake titties.
All right. Well, that's a great question, RC. But no, honestly, like you're I don't know where she got that. I don't know where that came from. That answer just came from the bottom of her pit.
Hey, somebody back there was doing it.
Yeah, bro.
Oh God.
No, Zahir is definitely a good answer though, for sure. That's definitely top 5 or at least damn near top 10 top villains, bro. For sure. But we're gonna go to Amanda, pop titties girl. Amanda, who do you consider the most?
Cheers. I was crying over that. That's fucking funny.
Who's your villain, titty girl?
All right. God. So my favorite villain is Amon. Y'all remember who that is?
Everybody remember who Amon is from Legend of Korra. First season. Go on.
That's my boy. So it was a really difficult choice between him and Azula. And the only reason I picked him is because Krishan chose Azula and I wanted to be different. So I went with, but it was a very close call. So I went with Amon, mainly because bloodbending, cool as shit. That's not something that we really got to see in Avatar. And it was fairly early on in Korra where that became a really big theme. That was like really the first villain of Korra. So I thought that was just badass. And then 2, it was because I liked him for the same reasons that I like the villains in MHA. Because if you take the details of Amon and all his villainess, all he wanted was for people to be equal. He wanted to strip everyone of all of their powers, make people exactly the same. Like no one has a leg up. No one can be better than anyone else. You have to work independently. So he just wanted everything to be fair. And in the end, he was killed for it by his own brother. I mean, did he use the right tactics to get there? Probably not. But if he did it any other way, would everyone have just given up their powers? No. But I liked his mindset about it. I would do some shit like that. I mean,
you a villain.
You would follow. That's right.
I'm doing this.
Man,
I am supporting. I'm like Robin Hood. I'm taking from the good. I'm taking from the wealthy. Where if we're talking about controlling elements, that's wealth. I'm taking from the wealthy, and I'm helping the poor.
I would love to have a poll.
But Amon was a waterbender. I do want to tell you that, yes, was he for the people? Absolutely, he was for the people. But that motherfucker was a liar and a manipulator. He was a waterbender.
Literally,
he was doing all of that stuff for his own selfish reasons.
Not necessarily. He wouldn't be
all
able.
Of it?
He wouldn't be able to take their powers if he lost his own powers. He can't take his own powers. No one else except for Aang, who was dead at this time, by the way, could take powers away. None of his plan would have worked if he had no powers.
This is true. I wanted to Google this, but I wanted to ask you guys: Is he taking people's powers, or is he blood bending people's powers away? Because he's not an avatar; he's a waterbender. First of all, 2, truly only the avatar should have this power because he got Avatar Aang got it from that great line, yada yada yada. So only the avatar would have this knowledge truly and know how to do it. So I've always been curious on if he's water bending or blood bending it away, or is he doing exactly what Aang did with Fire Lord or Ozai, whatever. Yeah, that's his name, Fire Lord Ozai.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
I want to say they reference it in the show that it's different than what Aang was able to do. And that's why it had something to do with bloodbending. You're right, where he stripped them of whatever it was that gave them the form, or he didn't strip it. He kind of hid it away. Yeah. And that's why Korra was able to restore it because they weren't completely gone. They were just hidden. And so she used, similar to Katara, how Katara could heal people with water. She used a similar form to restore their elements back to them.
That makes sense.
But now that makes me wonder if it was the same technique that Aang was using and it was bloodbending.
He was bloodbending.
Aang didn't know that he was bloodbending.
Because he was in the Avatar set when he did all
that. How do we think he would have felt about that little pacifist Aang? Fucking bloodbending.
What do you have against Aang?
That man would have said no.
What do you have against Aang? Anyway, another great fucking answer, by the way. Amon is very honestly, a lot of good villains came.
That was off the jump too.
I just want to give Legend of Korra his flowers. The best villains came from Legend of Korra. I know we only had really one person that we were very centered around was Ozai, but a lot I think Avatar Korra dealt with more shit than any Avatar that we know of. But anyway, Amon, do you guys remember what's her name? Fuck. Kavara? The metal bender? She's sisters with
Toph, right?
Yeah, she's a descendant of Toph. She was called the Great Divider or whatever, or the Great Uniter.
Great Uniter.
Yeah, she gives a lot of similarities to Amon and to Ozai and all that stuff. Because their way was pretty much that they were thinking I'm giving this world, or I'm giving these 4 nations the best view or the best way of life. I know better. So I'm I don't know. I don't know if y'all remember that character, but I definitely see some similarities between Ozai, Amon, and Kuvira. So
her ways was like very like almost my way or the highway. It felt like to me.
Yeah, bro. But she was very bro. I respect her. I don't even consider her a villain.
She was moving them chest. She was them chest moves like.
Bro.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't understand metal bending is like kind of peak, like it's peak bending. Like a lot of people, I want to be firebender. I want to be what? Nah, bro. Earth bending. If you could get metal bending, and then if you could get lava bending,
and sand too.
Bro.
You don't even need lava. Metal by itself or still like, man. I thought I immediately thought of like X-Men.
I didn't finish Korra entirely yet, but I just looked up Kuvira. And tell me what this means. So it said, luckily for Kuvira, her enemies showed her more empathy than she showed them. Korra, having learned to understand her adversaries instead of simply defeat them, spared Kuvira and then convinced her to surrender. So is that just referencing Korra, or did she have multiple enemies that were nice to her?
She made I don't fully remember because I'm rewatching it right now, but she did make enemies that respected her because she took over like she was on a conquest. You could call her like a Kuvira the Targaryen. She was on a conquest to conquer every nation.
Conqueror.
Yeah,
Kuvira the Conqueror.
Yeah, I'm dead ass. So like every nation she conquered, like she would kick off the person person, and this was only in the Earth Nation, I think. So any city she conquered, everybody would like send her like give her flowers, like, hey, you're the better person, like you definitely deserve this city. So it might be referencing that, but then again, I have to rewatch it. I just respect her as a character. She's probably my favorite villain. I think she was in season 3 of Korra, and that was my favorite
season
before no, the final was the spirit little thing.
I don't think she was a final,
right? That's when she
no, the black and white spirits.
No, the great evil. Goodness, what's that spirit's name? Goodness.
You're not talking about Vatu, are you?
Vatu was the last season, was it not?
No. Vatu was the same season as I think it was like season 1 or 2.
No, Amon was only season 1. I swear.
I know Amon was early. I don't know.
Because the only reason why I want to say Vatu was the last season is because that's when Nickelodeon like so Legend of Korra was airing on Nickelodeon and everything until the final season. Everyone was like, why? They only aired their episodes online. And it made sense because of the last episode of Korra when she came out and she kissed what's her fucking name? I can't remember her name, but you know who she kissed. Bro.
That's
bro.
Yeah, it's season 2.
A lot of parents were mad. A lot of parents were upset, bro. It's season 2 that Korra fought Vatu?
Yeah, season 2 is Vatu, and then the final season is what's her name?
The Red Lotus? Oh,
Kuvira
was the last season?
Yeah, it says in the metal bending Kuvira villain of the final season.
Damn.
That's why I hadn't seen her yet, because I'm only at like season 3. I'm only like a fourth of the way through season 3 or book 3.
Got you. Huh. Okay. I stand corrected. I apologize. I
didn't know that.
But no, I want to go back to Ahama real quick, and then we'll wrap up with some few words. But do you guys consider her a villain though? Do you consider her being able to bloodbend and trying to pass it off to Katara? Do you think she's a villain?
Yes.
Because she did admit that she killed people. She didn't kill the people actually. She messed them up. She messed with the guards.
Yeah, she didn't really kill them like that. Like for fun.
Yeah, but it was never clear what she did with those people that disappeared in the forest. So that's another thing. But no, do y'all think Hama is a villain? Do y'all consider her a villain?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You do?
Yeah. I mean, like it was outlawed, right? Like
bloodbending?
Bloodbend.
It was frowned upon. It's like, you know how in Naruto they're like, oh, that's a forbidden jutsu. You can't fucking bring people back reanimation. Like, yeah, but I mean, I could do it. Yeah.
The fact that she's trying to like pass on this type of harmful bending to someone else, it's like That's pretty Orochimaru like, in my opinion.
Yeah. I see what you said.
You can't have a nickname called the Puppet Master and not be a villain.
But
that's
she
like
tried.
a sick villain name.
She was giving game though to Katara. Like she was really putting on knowledge, and like she tried to befriend.
She was. Thank you, bro.
Like
bro.
it was all to like get the Fire Nation. Like they had a common goal at the end of the day. Like it was underlying. Like here's the tools. Like let's defeat the Fire Nation. Like they could have agreed on that, but like
I don't think Katara would have gotten stronger without her. In my opinion.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't just
it was other techniques. That water is in everything, and this motherfucker's pulling water from leaves and grass and tree oak and all that. I'm like, so you don't care about those things are alive? You think they don't need water? Anyway, I don't want to get on Katara because I really don't like her as a character, but that's another day. But
hate her.
I hate her. She's just like a real follower, you know.
And then she was trying to go to the Fire Nation, so I agree at the beginning, and then her backstory and stuff. I was like, who's this elderly woman that they're focusing on?
Yeah.
And I was like,
they really did a good man. I really I recommend you guys rewatch it, bro. Like, it came out 2006, ended 2008, and it still holds water. Like, it's
did you just rewatch it?
Good. I just finished.
This is what third season I think is whenever she's introduced. I think.
No, she was introduced the second season, and then it was brought back up on season 3 when Katara and
that's when the
Zuko went on their little trip to find the person that killed her mom or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And she couldn't do it. I would have. That's the only
y'all know.
Stuff I would have killed him.
Y'all want to know something that I find hilarious about the rewatch, as an adult? What? When I was a kid, I hated, and I mean hated, Sokka. I hated him about as much as I hate Katara now. And then I did the rewatch, and Sokka is my favorite character. Sokka's
funny.
Fucking comical. He's the best character in the show, in my opinion. We don't have to go there, but he's the best character.
Sokka is definitely up there.
He's a good comic relief.
Yeah, he's perfect. I wish a lot of shows can kind of copy that.
It wasn't too cheesy, but and then that man,
he made me smile every time he talked.
When he had his heart broken with the moon, like with the girl and stuff,
I wasn't really even invested in that, to be honest with you.
It was quick, but I fell for that, man.
I mean, how would you feel if your girlfriend turned into the moon?
She got it. You want the world to be in balance because you want to be selfish and have a relationship?
Man, that'd be black and white. The day I died.
So we could all live. What you mean?
That world would have been black and white.
What you mean?
If that were me, we're all dying together.
So wait. It will
all dying together.
We deviated from the question. So you're saying if you had the responsibility to be a backup to this moon spirit, because that's what she was. She was a call-in. She was on call to be this moon spirit. You're saying that you wouldn't answer the call. You would just be like, well, I guess the world's gonna go to shit. It's not gonna have balance.
Did everybody know that? Like, in a way?
Everybody knows that in the North Water Tribe. Yeah.
All the North Water Tribe is dying with me.
I would just be like, we tried, like, you know.
We'll find a Katniss. Someone else will volunteer as tribute.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you want me not to be happy?
Listen, if it came down to it, and it was like, look, if I don't sacrifice my boyfriend to be the moon, like the whole world, everyone's gonna die. But here's the thing: I'm not doing it, so we're all gonna die. Somebody is gonna step forward and be like, I volunteer as tribute. I'll do it. 100%. And then I'll be like, see, there's the solution.
But you have
as long as it's not my man.
Y'all are both villains. Y'all are
win-win.
Y'all are both villains.
You think everybody was gonna die if she didn't?
Yes. You need the moon for the waves. You need the waves for all this. Like the world would be out of balance. Like, you need the moon. You need the moon. We need the moon. We need the moon. If somebody destroyed our moon, we're fucked. We're fucked. We're fucked.
We're not all gonna die.
Yeah, we 100% would die.
And you've been listening to Anime for 3.
Somebody will volunteer. So I agree with Amanda.
I mean, yes, somebody might volunteer, but I feel like you have to be like inclined to a spirit or something like that. There's no like you have to like.
Not my problem.
Well, I'm glad that you guys gave an input. I really do appreciate your answers, and it's very sound. And do I agree with it? No, but I hear y'all. And I respect y'all.
I'll come visit you in the pond, and we'll be happy.
Yeah. Ursa, you got any comment to this before I wrap this up?
I do not.
Appreciate that. Just don't even join with these motherfucking yahoos, bro. Like anyway, but I do appreciate you. I can't believe this. I really do appreciate you guys listening to Anime for 3. We got one more. We got one more episode for this little mini episode part, and it should be a good one. But Ursi, I do appreciate you joining us as a guest. Do you have any closing words, any input that you want to close off with before I wrap this up?
Yeah. First, thanks for having me, and second, is Avatar an anime or not?
We had that the first episode. If y'all want to listen, go listen to that first episode.
I'll give it a listen.
the creators did classify it as not anime. They definitely confirmed it. So, yeah.
But we had the whole debate in episode 1. So if you care to hear us disagreeing with each other for the entire episode, feel free to give it a listen.
Give it a listen, because a lot of people got angry. Krishan and Amanda specifically, but
more than anime than One Piece, but we'll digress.
Anyway, hey, thank you so much. I really, from the bottom of my heart, I every episode we bring One Piece and we want to slam it. You know what? We're doing a mini series about it soon because I'm sick of it. I really am, but I really appreciate you guys listening to Anime for 3. Enjoy with my co-host Amanda. Amanda, you have any closing words?
No, I think I got everything off my chest today.
Thank you so much. Yes,
sir. Strap out.
You strap out. You can officially strap out. But before you strap out, check our socials. We're on Twitter. We're on TikTok. We're on Instagram. It's spelled Anime for 3. You got to spell out the 3. We are on YouTube as well. But it is Anime for the number 3. Also rate the episode, rate all the episodes you listen to, there's a Q&A feature on Spotify, just ask a question and we'll answer it, and just give us honest feedback. If you go on Instagram, just, leave a comment, just let us know, hey, we're cussing too much, hey, we're being too loud, hey, we're saying some outrageous opinions about things that we just,
I'm not changing my opinion, Val.
But anyway,
all right, you tried to slip it in there, like,
You thought we would notice.
Asterisk.
You could officially strap out of Anime for 3. Peace, guys.
See you guys.
Yeah, solid episode, I think. It was quick. It was direct. This is how a mini episode should be. This is how it should be. I sound like Michael, whatever his name is from Smallville. If y'all ever listen to his podcast, this is how it should be. This is how it should be.
I mean, it was still 40 minutes.
Yeah, but that's minus 15 minutes or 18 minutes of.
And then Val's gonna be editing and stuff too.
No. When we started, when you did the countdown, we were 8 minutes in, and
we're
at 40
minutes in.
Yeah. So it was still 40 minutes.
Well, what were we going in for?
I was aiming for 30. That's wild. What?
Hey, time flew. That's good. That's good content.
It was good.
Hey, did you see my text? I wanted to throw it in there because I was thinking about it and I didn't want to forget it.
Villain tournament?
We should so do a villain tournament.
How would we even do that?
I want like a
so basically we would create a bracket. We would figure out like how many guests we would want to have on or whatever it might be. We could even do a mini series where we have different guests each week.